Thanks for joining. Today we're at the Kangaroo Creek Farm just outside of Kelowna, British Columbia. Let's go and explore. First kangaroos at Kangaroo Creek Farm came to New Zealand in 1989. Kangaroos and wallabies aren't native to New Zealand. In fact, New Zealand doesn't have any native mammals at all. However, people had introduced a lot of non-native species over the year, and eventually the New Zealand government decided that they needed to eradicate the alien species to keep them from doing damage to the environment. Unfortunately, that meant that a lot of kangaroos were going to either be shot or poisoned. The owners at Kangaroo Creek Farm managed to get Agriculture Canada to allow them to bring in a group of 10 kangaroos that would have otherwise been destroyed.
Look at you.
Since then, they've been able to keep the genetics strong by introducing new blood from other captive bred animals. The animals on the farm are many generations removed from their wild Australian counterparts. In fact, Australia's had a ban on export of their wildlife since the 1960s. Marsupials are a type of mammal that gives birth to their young and then keeps them in a pouch carried on the outside of the abdomen. Here's one of those mothers with its baby Joey. The environment at Kamloops does a great job of replicating the hot Australian weather in the summertime. Despite the perception that Australia is a hot country, there are regions where it actually grows quite cold. The kangaroos are surprisingly hardy. The kangaroo's fur helps insulate them from both heat and cold. In the winter, they grow a thick coat and get quite shaggy. But they do need help to survive in the Canadian climate. They wouldn't survive long here in the wild if they were ever to escape. Heat lamps are hung inside their buildings, and they get extra bedding to help keep them warm. The largest species on the farm is the red kangaroo, which is commonly known to visitors as the symbol for Australia. It appears on the Australian coat of arms, on its currency, and is also used as the logo for Australia's most well-known airline, Qantas. This here is a Bennett Wallaby, which is found in Tasmania and a subspecies of the red kangaroo. At Kangaroo Creek, you can find a few albino Bennett Wallabies. While this is rare in the wild, it's fairly common in captivity. This is because wild albinos tend not to survive, but in captivity they're protected from predators, so their camouflage isn't a disadvantage. These Dama Wallabies are originally native to South and Western Australia and are one of the smallest species of wallaby. These guys have an incredible range of sight and can see up to 324 degrees. They've also adapted to live on islands without fresh water and are able to drink salted seawater. The farm also has some common Wallaroos. They're quite commonly found in Australia, with the exception of Tasmania and the tropical north region. Sometimes they're called hill kangaroos due to their preference for elevated rocky terrain. These common Wallaroos have adapted to their environment. They can go for several months without drinking water, and they survive only on the moisture in grasses. These Patagonian cavies, known as mara, come from Argentina. They're the 4th largest rodent in the world and are also related to guinea pigs and capybara. They have a funny stature. They look like a cross between a hare and a deer, and look especially deer-like when they're running, often bouncing and leaping like gazelles. They can jump up to 6 feet in the air and sprint at 45 kilometers an hour. Also native to Australia are these emu, one of the largest birds in the world, second only to the ostrich. These are super cute. Down here you can see some of the baby emu.
Chubby bunny right over there. The kangaroos that are in here don't like to be touched.
This is one of my favorite. These are the capybara. They're the largest rodents in the world. Adult capybaras can weigh as much as 150 pounds and spend a lot of their time either grazing or swimming.
Who is this little fella here?
Capybara can hold their breath for up to 5 minutes. Despite their small size, they can run as fast as a horse. They're related to guinea pigs and make very similar noises and bark when they're alarmed. This male capybara is relaxing quietly. Behind the fence here you can see the female capybara and her new baby. Thanks for joining us. If you like this video, please remember to like, subscribe, and share. Until next time, it's time to exit through the gift shop.